Hello friends, welcome to C# Intermediate to Advanced tutorial. So in this video we are going to look at call stack window. So these are all the slide decks from previous parts of the video. First we started with breakpoints, how to keep breakpoint. Then we looked at step over, step in and step out options. After that we dealt with the conditional breakpoints. Now we will continue our exploration with the call stack window. Let us state we have a function called fetchBook. Then it is receiving a parameter int ISBN. We will also state that we have a breakpoint at the function at some line number. So if you see here, function fx1 is making call to fx2, then fx2 is making call to fx3, fx3 is making call to fetchBook. Let's state that it is passing some ISBN number also. So that's the input required for this fetchBook. And in the fetchBook we have a breakpoint. So let us consider this as a call sequence 1. Let's also consider one more call sequence. So let's consider this call sequence 2. Here if you see, tx1 is entirely new function. tx1 is calling tx2. tx2 is calling fx3, and we know that fx3 is calling fetchBook ISBN. So in this case, even though we have a breakpoint here in fetchBook, it can be either through this call sequence 1 or call sequence 2. So we can use the call stack window to know this sequence. So the call sequence 1 goes like this. It makes call to fx2. Then from fx2 we will reach fx3. Then from fx3 we will make a call to fetchBook, and we reach here fetchBook here at this breakpoint, and this breakpoint is through call sequence 1. So in call sequence 2, if you see, there is a different functionality altogether. So this time tx1, that's where the call is originating. It makes call to tx2 and the flow goes through tx2. Then tx2 is making call to fx3. So here if you see, the sequence is changing. So this one is from fx1 and fx2, but this one is from tx1, tx2 and fetchBook. And once again we hit a breakpoint here, but this breakpoint is through call sequence 2. So at this stage we can make a call to call stack. So there will be two call stack window, call stack 1, call stack 2. Let's state that the breakpoint is hit. So let's take this sequence. So when the breakpoint is hit, if you make a call to call stack 1, the call stack 1 will show the most recent function in the top. So the most recent function is the breakpoint is hit at fetchBook. So it will show that here fetchBook. Then in the call stack you can see fetchBook is called by fx3. fx3 is called by fx2. And fx2 is called by fx1. So here is the call stack window for the first sequence. For the second sequence, if you see, you still get fetch book. Then fetch book is called by fx3, and if you look at the previous hit, it's the same. In the current hit also it's same, but this is where the change happens. Here it is tx2, then tx1. And if you see, by looking at the call stack, you can see the difference is here. So in the first type, fx1 and fx2 made a call to fx3, but here it is a tx1 and a tx2. So that's making call to fx3. So this is how it is differing. So once the call stack window is available, you can double click on the function name. So for example, at present the breakpoint is here. So if you double click here fx3, you will go to fx3 and where cursor will go here. So that means it will show where the call is originating. So if I double click fx3, you will see where fx3 is calling fx2. Similarly, in fx1, if I double click, fx1 is calling fx2, right? The cursor will point here. The same goes here. Likewise, you can examine the function call sequence, how it is working. Alright, now let's go to Visual Studio for the demo. The sample project is available in the video description. You can download and experiment the call stack window as shown in this video. I mean, we are going to explore that now. So here we took our debugging example. We used this when we explored the first three part of this sub-series. Now let me keep a breakpoint here in is prime, and then we will look at the call stack window. Let me give some number 5. So it reached here. So here you can see the call stack window. If you want to bring it, by default it will be there under debug menu, Windows. You can bring the call stack window. So if you are not seeing that call stack window here under this menu, then go to Tools, Customize, click on the debug menu, then you will see the call stack. So you can either drop it to some toolbox here, existing toolbox. So here is the debug toolbox. If you want, you can place it here, or bring up the menu you want. So here I am choosing debug, Windows, or even under the debug menu also, if you want, I can drag and drop. So you will see this new menu item get added here. But by default it will be here in the Windows menu under debug. So if you want, you can drag and drop here. So call stack window will be available. After that you have to close this, then you can make a call to debug Windows call stack. So I'm choosing call stack, and you can see the call stack window. So in the call stack window, if you see, the first entry here is the program main, so which actually launched our form. So this is our form. We designed this form, and you can see how it get launched. Application.run. This is our main program entry. Then our form is launched. So once it is launched, it will keep on running, and you can see the event is generated here. Button, get result, click. So that's where the function call originated. Sum if prime. So this button click event is making call to sum if prime. And now if I double click sum if prime, I will land into sum if prime function call, and that is making call to is prime. And is prime, this is where our breakpoint is hitting. So this is the workflow. Suppose if is prime is used by many other function in different workflow, you will see a different call stack window here. Of course, the bottom will be definitely program mine, but somewhere the function call will get changed. So this will tell that how I reached to this particular location. So I reached to this is prime location because is prime is called by sum if prime, and sum if prime is actually running a loop, and each time it is making a call, and this sum if prime is actually called by the button click event. So the button click event is produced by the user, and so that's how it is. So now you have the idea of a call stack window. This will be very useful when you want to debug a specific function and who is making call to the function, and is there any condition in the calling functions, and how I get a number equal to 3. So all the stuff you can examine. All right, that's all here in the call stack window. Thank you for watching. Bye.